Hey guys, welcome to the first ever episode of our series Unplugged. Today's guest is a very special one. Tuning in from Mumbai, please welcome Vedant Lamba. So, first of all, thank you so much for giving us your time to do this interview. It means a lot to us. So I'm going to start off with a really basic question. Is that what do you think about the hype around sneaker investing? And do you think it's lucrative in the long run, or is it just a side hustle for you and like Wilfred Media and Company?
Um, so are you talking about just like investing in sneakers as like a financial commodity, or are you talking about a business? Are you talking about reselling?
Creating a business and reselling shoes.
See, there's multiple ways to look at it, right? Either you'll also see now, if you've been in the scene, you can see that there's people who do it just for fun, who have like full-time jobs, right? They're older dudes who have like full-time jobs. To study, they graduated, whatever. They have a full-time job and they do this on the side. Why? Because they enjoy it. They know they can make a quick buck off of it. It makes their personal sneakers cheaper, free of cost, whatever. Is it in the long run, dude? You can't tell. It's basically like the stock market. So it can be feasible in the long run if you play it right. You can get really high returns consistently, and not only in the long run. You can generate really high returns in the short run too if you play your cards right. And then what I'm trying to do is something entirely different, which is we're trying to build a brand. We're not looking to generate ROI as much as we are looking to build brand. And in the process of building brand, we generate, I'm pretty sure, the highest ROI that anybody does in this country, because we play the game very differently. For us, it's about customer acquisition. For us, it's about lifetime customer value. For us, it's about keeping one person on, building an audience. For us, it's about things like that. Our priorities are different, and as a result, we end up with just doing much better than everybody else. To answer your question, yes, very possible. Is it just a side hustle? No. Wilfred was a side hustle to make my life in Bombay feasible. That stopped because that was just me. I soon enough realized that much time put into Mainstreet just does a lot better at Mainstreet, and Mainstreet was long-term goal anyway. So I shut everything else down, I think about a year ago, and now it's been full-time. Sneakers.
All right, thank you. Okay, so for the second question is that you've managed to establish like a huge platform to resell shoes on, like buy, sell, trade, and even apparel for that matter. So can you like take us through the various stages and steps you went through to get to like this superior level?
Oh, dude, first of all, it's not nearly at like a superior level, but you're right, it has come a long way. It's come a really long way. It's not a very simple question to answer because it wasn't a straight path. Went through a hell of a lot of shit. How we got here was very organic, dude. And it was when I found out about sneakers, I just looked around and I saw that, dude, there's like this massive gap. And that was 2016. I was like, fuck, this huge gap. Like, India's so far behind on everything. And I was like, I see this gap in just awareness. So our first idea was to start like a veg non-veg, a retail store which provided like an educational twist. It was you buy a curated collection, everything you buy teaches you something about sneakers, so we can grow slowly. But that time again, we didn't know shit. Just had the idea, did a little bit of research, tried to work on it. That's when we found out about veg non-veg, realized how hard it is, and shut that shit down. Then we decided YouTube channel. We started a YouTube channel, and like in a month and a half, and somehow like it just reached the community. And some dude like hit me up saying, yo, do you want to like sell your shit? And some dude was starting a tattoo parlor in a pretty posh area in Pune. He was like, do you want to sell your stuff here? I was like, sell what? And then I went and just saw the space. And I was just pretty dope. I said, dude, look, like we don't have any money, but we could like start selling shoes for our audience, take a commission and give you a commission off of it. So I sweet talked this dude into giving us the space free of cost. I even convinced him to pay for the space, like for the interiors and all. Boom, we had like India's first sneaker store, like sneaker resale store, completely free.
Zero rent, no rent.
No rent,
That's
only
not-
like no rent, no fucking contract.
Perfect.
No cap. It was crazy, dude. And somehow like audience also trusted us. and we had some 60-80 pairs of shoes. We had 200 odd pieces of apparel, and boom, we have a store. We had a fuck all website, and we didn't have an accounting system. We didn't have an inventory management system. Basically, just didn't know shit. I think I was your age at the time. I was like 17. We did not know shit, jack shit, and we fucked up. We fucked up pretty early on. Some dude like hit me up saying, "Yo, I want to source like these 5-6 pairs." Fucking hype shit. You want to source? I was like, great opportunity. Then so early on, one of the biggest fuck ups I remember was one dude wanted to like Karan Khatri, dude. You must have seen his Instagram.
Yeah, of course.
Initially, 40% of our store inventory was Karan Khatri.
I'm just a little curious as to where does he get his.
He's the coolest motherfucker. Like his Instagram is one thing when I hang out with him. The coolest motherfucker. He has his own. He runs his own business, dude. He's made his own money. Very completely self-established. He really just knows his shit. Fucking 5 tall, but he's like the coolest. He literally like house. 3 months I think in Bombay, I crashed at his house every 3 days a week at least. This motherfucker like done a lot for me. Anyway, so one of the earliest fuck ups was this. He wanted a bunch of hype shit. I was like, yeah, I'm sure I can find it. I just found 4 or 5 of them on Bump, I think it was Depop, the UK platform, Depop. And we got him Chicago's and Bay PMDs, and it all ended up being fake. So like a lakh and a half, like straight up there that we were dealing with for like a year to come. And then we had customers who should be sold, but we didn't have money to pay them because their money went into repaying the guy from whom we bought this current shoes, and it was fucked up, dude. We fucked up so much, but somehow like it just kept going. Like one videos were erratic. I don't know how. Like it. So everyone says that to get it right in business, you need to do everything by the book, and you need to get lucky. I think we really got lucky. And then I moved to Bombay, and like I started studying and understood how much potential this had, and I started learning. And I was meeting people and just asking advice from like anyone. Like it went from yo, fuck it, we can do anything, let's do it, to fuck it, we can't do anything, but let's just learn how to do it. And I started learning. So I would like ask advice from anybody who would give it to me. And I did that for like a year, and then put together a plan to relaunch from everything I'd learned so far. So I understood the value in what we had built, and I understood what more we had to build. And that happened last August. And I mean, then on I can like confidently say that we like killed it. Because since then we've done shit that no one's done like in this country before. Everyone's like spoken up, but like we've understood like how to run this shit. And now lockdowns just made that even better, because now when the store launches, it's going to launch with like everything from like
almost massive hype.
From fragments to Chicago's to dead stock, everything you haven't seen, like Supreme remover to all the Supreme accessories to like cause figures to now when it launches, it's going to be like even cooler.
You gotta open one in Delhi, man. You underestimate.
I don't underestimate it, dude. In fact, the plan was to start Delhi first. But our question is whether Delhi, like I need a store in Delhi, because the problem is I'm in Bombay and the entire setup is in Bombay, and you know, it's more than just having like a physical space, man. It's about creating like an energy.
True.
We can create that energy in Bombay because we're all there. We're creating that energy in Delhi. I mean, I don't even fucking know. I don't have a store yet. Right? I have a fucking empty space with no shoe. But if all went well, goal was to, as soon as Bombay store opens, start working on Delhi. But I think you'll see one in 2021. A lot of people say it's not necessary, but and if not, there'll be pop-ups like every month. Because now, like, dude, shit's about to like kick off, and now the kind of stuff we got coming in, there's going to be a lot more coming. Like,
Waiting for it, man.
Yeah.
Alright, so talking about the sneaker industry, that brings us to like the third question. What do you think the scope of the sneaker industry in India is?
Dude, it's about the same as it is worldwide, but like India has a big innate character around idol worship, and you know how it works with religion and spirituality, and it's all hype. So I think innately India drives on a lot of hype, whether it's Baba Ramdev or it's Modi. I think India has a very innate like hype culture set up.
Worshipping kind of thing. Like you take one thing and you like,
idol worship.
Yeah, idol worship.
I feel like that can really properly resonate with sneakers. I feel like India has a potential to go a little faster. It has grown faster in the past few months, right? In the past year and a half. I feel like India can go a little harder than sneaker culture has gone around the world.
Yeah.
It's been We underestimated.
Yeah, true.
We underestimated, but commercially, the market has a lot of space, in my opinion, and it will grow really fast and will grow really large. I sincerely believe there's space to grow a very massive business in this space in the next few years, which is why like I'm dedicating like my life.
Do you think if retail shops like Stadium Goods and other shops like that come into India, is that going to affect places like you in veg non-veg? Veg non-veg itself is a retail shop though, right? So
Stadium Goods is not a retail store. Stadium Goods is a it's a consignment store.
Yeah.
You understand that different in this market there are different players who provide and play different roles. Veg non-veg plays Foot Locker, where they bring brand to consumer. Stadium Goods plays consignment store, where it brings fast product to consumer at higher prices. There's a reason pricing higher. And then there's Goat and StockX, which are platform. Goat, StockX, now some dudes in India are trying to start like a restock. So
Yeah,
we
there was.
as consignment store, where the value that we provide to consumers is that you can come into the store and get it, or you can call, or you have a guy who's helping you, you have a client servicing executive. We'll make sure the shoe reaches you when you need it. You know, we'll make sure it's all good, just in case there's a problem, we'll replace. So you pay for all, that's the value you pay. To answer your question, maybe your Stadium Goods will fuck with us a bit. But again, this market is too small to like have competition. There's anyone and everybody doing anything here is only going to help it grow, because it's at such a nascent stage.
Yeah.
We can hope that somebody with a marketing budget like a Stadium Goods will come in. The long term, the impact will be way more positive than negative. You know, if it would impact us, I'd take that as a compliment, because that would make us at a stage where, you know, we're fucking with Stadium business. But that's not how it is. We're way smaller. Stadium Goods will come in and push so much money towards marketing that so much more market will open up that some people will go to Stadium Goods, it's cheaper and Mainstreet. They'll find out about us as collateral and it'll just be good for us. To answer your question, no. Anyone doing anything, anyone starting any resale page, anyone like looking to sell anything to their brother, uncle, father, brother, uncle, whatever, neighbor, is only good for everybody. So anybody who treats us like competition is just like funny right now, because there's no competitors.
Yeah.
We're all just playing different roles and growing the space slowly.
Yeah. So there's a hoax around sneaker reselling that people think it's really easy. Just buy the sneaker and sell it for a higher price. What do you think of that? You think that's
what do I think of that? I mean, if you break it down to make it really, really simple, yeah, you buy the sneaker and sell at a higher price. That's how it is. But a lot of people will find that it's that's not how business works. At the end of the day, business is about, yes, it's buying something selling at higher, but then time makes a big difference. You have the consumer to do it. You have the consumer to do it regularly. Can you scale it? Yes, that is what sneaker reselling is, and you can very easily buy and sell higher. But then once you practically try to do it, it's very nuanced. There's a lot of complications that come in. Now you sell at fair price, so now it's really easy. It's fairly simple. You hit for a retail drop. Okay, tomorrow you want to sell for, buy something 22,000, sell for 25,000. Very simple. People will buy it for 25,000. The complications are when you want to do that to 100 people, you want to do that to 1,000 people, you don't want to do that regularly. You can't buy 100 at retail, no? How do you do that? Like, how do I buy 100 at 25k and make sure I can sell them at 35k? Because I'm investing, 2.5 lakhs. I'm investing 25 lakhs towards buying 100 at 25k. Now, how do I make that 35 lakhs? Otherwise, if I only sell 10 of them, now fuck, only 2.5 lakhs is gone. I have 22.5 lakhs stuck. What the fuck is the point? And you basically have to just work those things out. Sneaker reselling can be done very easily right now with a very small market. I encourage everybody to do it. Not much more I can say. It's pretty simple to buy and sell. Buy low, sell high. That's the goal.
Okay, what do you think the impact of Corona is going to have on this market? Is it going to be marking up sneakers or marking down sneakers?
Okay, so Corona again, I was fucking terrified, dude. But I soon realized that it was giving me so much time that first thing is they're not essential commodities. That might sound like a bad thing, but it's actually a good thing, because people will only buy essential commodities if they can get them now. With non-essential commodities like sneakers, they don't care about the delivery timeline as much. The impact that it has is that not everybody is liquid in terms of cash. They're not cash ready to pay up entirely. Now, what I was proved wrong in my fear was that despite the fact that, okay, currently 100 people are only buying sneakers, it might become 70, but the market is still going 100 to 200 every month, 200 to 400 every month. So overall, there's more people buying, and I am, as a result, selling a lot more because we're opening up to a lot more consumers and making a hell of a lot more money. So impact of Corona on a market like India, which is growing so rapidly, is that the growth might slow down a bit, but it's still growing. And because people like me have had more time to put into finding new consumers, it's been a net growth for us. I'm sorry if that got a bit complicated, but yeah, that's what's up.
All right. So, do you have any tips for up and coming resellers, like the youngsters out here?
Tips and all, I don't know, but a lot of people prioritize a margin over ROI. I think it's very important to understand the difference between the two. ROI is your return on investment over a period of time. Now, this doesn't have to be over one. The margin is, I bought this shoe for 22, sold it for 25. My margin there is 3,000 rupees. That's your ROI also on just 22,000 rupees. Tomorrow, somebody offers you 22. Someone offers you 24 instead of your ask of 25. You'll be like, should I sell for 24? Because I can get 25 only if I wait 1 week. But if you can buy this for 22, sell it for 24 today itself, buy another shoe for 24 and sell it for 26 tomorrow, another shoe for 25 tomorrow, sell it for 27. If your margin is lower, but over time you make 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, and make that much more money over that 1 month, rather than buying one shoe for 22 and holding it for a month and selling it for 30. Instead of making 8,000 margin, you could have made a 30,000 profit and that much more. I think a lot of resellers don't understand that. I spend a lot of my time talking to my audience and sellers and buyers about these things, like whenever I can. But I think once people start understanding this, they start moving faster. They realize what's more beneficial for them rather than having money stuck. I think for resellers, studying basic business principles and treating this like a real, like just as a basic business in theory will help a lot.
So it's like the market, like any other, like the stock market in general. When you're trading, it's about holding.
Not all. Sometimes it makes sense, right? You have to understand there's active money and passive money. So when you're holding a sneaker, for example, I'm buying like right now, like the Union Jordan ones, right? Dead stock pairs are basically a myth right now. They're at $12, $15. Everybody is certain they're going to be 2,000 plus in like 6 months. It's so hard to get them. If I have fucking $1,500 extra set aside, put aside, that $1,500 becomes 3K without any effort. Hence the passive income is worth it. But actively, I need to be making sure that today, okay, give you a very basic example. Today we sold a pair of Travis Scott Dunks for 1.25 lakhs.
Yeah.
Like right before I got on this call. And I'm getting them in the UK from a couple of sources for about 80,000 rupees landed to India. Which is great, right? 45,000 margin, fantastic. Now the buyer has only paid a 40,000 deposit. And I'll have to pay the full 80,000 for the pair to get it. The buyer will pay the balance money when the pair is in India ready to be shipped. On the other hand, there is one dude in Delhi who's giving it to me for 1 lakh, who already has it in India. So our question here is it worth paying the extra 20,000 just to get it to this guy faster? And I took that decision. I paid the extra 20,000 right now because it would mean that our entire deal with this guy gets fulfilled faster. I get his balance 85,000 from a 125 deal faster, and the deal gets closer faster. So my profit is in faster. I'm not worried as much. One is I get my liquidity faster. My money is stuck a lot shorter. Hence, it's worth cutting a margin by 20,000 rupees. Mind you, almost no reseller in this country makes that kind of margin.
That's true.
5,000, and that's a margin that we are willing to cut. The same guy who sold me the pair for 1 lakh, he sold me for 1 lakh and 1,000. He bought it for 1 lakh, he made $1,000 after investing 1 lakh. We've invested 0 and made 25,000 on the same sale. But we'll still prioritize quick liquidity over like higher margin over long period of time. Because that
like
also,
a smaller, as a smaller business, I think that's what you need, right? Liquidity is important.
super high liquidity. I mean, of course, we've done so well in the past couple of months that I've also gone ahead and invested in a lot of stuff because I just don't need that much liquidity. Instead of having liquid cash, we're not a high expense business, right? Luckily for us, I have about 4 or 5 employees. My rent is on hold. I've put entirety of my money towards product. And touch wood, like I think we've been the only ones who've been like really high on like cash flow and liquidity also. It's been cool. But I'm just trying to explain the idea of fast to high ROI.
Yeah.
Because instant ROI is much better over time.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay, I think I'm done. If Advik and Ziravir have any questions, they can go ahead.
No, I think you pretty much covered everything. Like, it's great talking to you, man. Actually,
No, man.
Yes, Sahu told me he was in touch with you, and I was like, wow, that's a very great opportunity. And I think like I can't hear you. Sorry.
I would say I'm just really accessible. It's not far-fetched.
No, but like it's actually quite inspirational because I've seen like the way the market is growing. I think some of it has to be into like.
Yeah, dude, we've been playing it long. Now when it happens, it'll like you'll see like in the next year, it'll be cool. Like now it's about to get like really fun.
It'll really blow up.